Let's let's see if we can wrangle this crowd into action. Bim bum bim 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 bum bim 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 bum bim bum bim 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 bum bim 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 bum. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom, hey Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Hag Purim Sameach. I am not Rabbi Ahuva Zaks, as you can probably tell. Rabbi is a little under the weather tonight, and so she needed someone to help lead us through our Shabbat service and Purim celebration, and so she asked me. I'm Mordecai Spade, wise man for hire. Specialize in sniffing out plots against kings, if anyone has the need. So welcome everybody. As noted, this is our Purim Shabbat, and we'll be reading from the Megillah and having a grand old time. Many of you have found the noisemakers. The noisemakers have did I say that? The noisemakers have a very specific purpose. They are to be used when a certain name is mentioned. What's the name? Haman. Now when that name is mentioned, you may make noise with your grogger or with stomping of feet or clapping of hands or booing or hissing or whatever disapproving noise you want to make. And we'll do that when the name is mentioned. We'll do that for about 4 seconds. And I'm gonna count it out, and I'm gonna cut you off. So let's practice. Imagine I just said Haman. That was fantastic. I am so looking forward to tonight. So why don't we begin? We're going to begin. I'm going to take this off of here. We're going to begin with a little Purim trivia, which is sprinkled throughout tonight's service. There are no prizes that I know of, but what is the name of the book we read on Purim? Is it Genesis? Is it You're not even letting me read the options. Everybody knows this one. It's the book of Esther, and so we'll continue. And what does Esther do in the book named for her? Does she eat triangular cookies? Does she invent a medical torture device called a grogger? We were just talking about the groggers. They can be torturous, but does she throw an epic dance party? Yeah. Mainly, I think she does D. She saves the Jewish people. That's right, yay, and that's what we are celebrating. So let's begin our service tonight by asking Ron to come on up and light the Shabbat candles. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlich ner shel Shabbat. Thank you, Ron. And now let's take a moment to celebrate blessings and good things that have happened this week. As the rabbi has put in the presentation here, maybe today we should just be happy for and grateful for everything, which is great, but I don't want to deprive anyone the opportunity to call out anything special, big or small, that happened this past week that they'd like to recognize. Yes. Oh, lovely, yes. That's always worth celebrating and being happy for. Yes. Our son, my son too, got a new got a new job, and that's always worth celebrating also. Yes, Steve. The risk action was very well attended, and that is also something worth recognizing. A grandson who made the Maccabi Games. Fantastic, fantastic. Congratulations. So for these and simply for the miracle of being alive, we join together in the Shehekianu. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Shehekianu v'kimanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Shehekiyanu v'kimanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh. Amen. More trivia. Whom does Esther marry to become queen? Is it Mordecai? No. Is it Vashti? No. Is it Ahasuerus? Yes. It couldn't be Haman. A little lingering that time. Let's tighten that up there. Tighten that. Okay, why was King Ahasuerus looking for a new queen anyway? Didn't he already have a queen? What happened to the old queen? Did she run away on account of his morning breath? I wouldn't blame her. Did he banish the former queen Vashti for refusing to dance? Yes. That seems to have a lot of support among the crowd. Or perhaps it was because he wanted to upgrade his wife after upgrading his phone. Or because a fortune teller advised. No, of course it's because Vashti asserted her independence by refusing to dance for the king. And yes, Vashti. Let's take a moment. Take a moment to give Vashti her props, and then we'll welcome the Sabbath. By singing a condensed version of Likrat Shabbat called Boikala, Lecha Dodi. Boikala, 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 boikala. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, pene shabanika. Boikala, 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 boikala. Boikala, 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 boikala. Boikala, boikala. All right, our next question. Who convinces Esther that she has to stand up and save her people, even if that means risking everything? Her older cousin Mordecai? Yes. Are you sure it wasn't her former babysitter Zeresh? No. It could have been her best friend and number one hubby Ahasuerus. No. Or her longtime frenemy Haman? All right, we're doing great. Let's now all rise, please, for the Baruch Hu. Ya da 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 da. Ya da 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 da. Ya da 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 da. Ya da 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 da. Ya da 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 da. Ya da 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 da. Ya da 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 da. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach Baruch Adonai HaMevorach HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed HaMevorach, HaMevorach, Le'olam Va'ed. You may be seated because we're going to do more trivia. How many times is God mentioned in the book of Esther? Show of hands for 0. Show of hands for 7. Show of hands for 40. Show of hands for 613. Any other numbers? There's lots of them. The number, in fact, is 0. And as many people know, God is never mentioned in the book of Esther. I believe it's the only book in which that is true. How do the miracles of Purim occur if God is not even mentioned once in the book of Esther? I mean, if God's not like there and present and doing stuff like God does in other parts in the Torah and in other books, how do the miracles happen? Is it because God is acting behind the scenes? Is it because human beings like Esther are doing God's work? Absolutely. Is it because when the whole community unites against evil, they discover that they have the power to do incredible and miraculous things together? Is it, in fact, all of the above? Don't you love all of the above? Isn't that your favorite answer of all? All of the above is, in fact, the answer. Now, please rise again for the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Please be seated. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavcha v'chol nafshecha v'chol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom alavavecha v'shinanta levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shiftecha b'veitecha uvlektecha b'derek uv'chakbecha uv'kumecha v'chartam liot al yadecha v'hayu letotofot b'neinecha uktavtam amazuzot beitecha uvisharecha leman tiskaru vasitem et kol mitzvotai vitem v'shim lelohechem ahani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem lelohim ani Adonai Elohechem. Why did that guy, why did he want to get rid of rid the kingdom of the Jewish people? Was it because Esther sold him a stale Hamantaschen? Was it because he wanted to cover his bald spot with a tiny hat and was angry that the Jews thought of this brilliant idea first? Now, I'm a little offended by that, but was it because a Jewish band teacher taught his son how to play the grogger? Or was it because Mordecai the Jew refused to bow to him? That's the one. Now, how did Haman pick? How did he pick the date to attack the Jews of Persia? By flipping a coin? By drawing lots called Purim? What a coincidence, that's the name of the holiday. By putting it on his wedding anniversary to make it easier to remember? Based on how long it would take to order new daggers in bulk from Amazon.com, that sounds logical, I got to admit. But no, indeed, it was drawing lots called Purim. And so, how did Esther save the Jews from Haman's from his evil plan? By legally nullifying Haman's plan. nullifying the planned day of slaughter, by hiring an army of men trained directly by Judah the Maccabee. And I think this happened before Judah the Maccabee, so by sending 10 plagues to afflict Haman's household, or by telling King Ahasuerus that Haman was trying to slay her and all of her people, and then securing a royal decree that the Jews were legally allowed to defend themselves. We know that's right because it's the longest one. Now let's sing Mika Moka. Mika moka bo elim Adonai, Mika moka nedor bakodesh, Nora tehilot osefele, Nora tehilot osefele. We're going to skip that and goes. Are we good? Are we good? And goes. And now, what about these groggers? Why do we shake groggers? To mix the stuff inside the grogger properly. It gets all good mixed up. Yeah, you want things to be well mixed. To wake up the person sleeping next to us. Anyone sleeping, get your groggers out in their ears. To blot out the name of evil personified. Yes, we're going to blot out that name, which we're not saying at the moment. Or do we do it for good luck? No, we do it to blot out the name of evil personified. And let's now sing Vishamro. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasod et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasod et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael ot hi leolam, ot hi leolam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasod et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamin asa Adonai et ha-shamayim v'et haaretz v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasod et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Yom hashvi'i shavat va'inafash, shavat va'inafash, shavat va'inafash. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat lasod et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Why do we wear costumes? Are people wearing costumes tonight? I hadn't noticed. Why do we wear costumes on Purim? Because it's easier to hide stains from Hamantashen on the costumes? That's true. It can be true. Not in that pink bunny suit. Because King Ahasuerus commanded his subjects to wear funny outfits? Oh, it's a unicorn. I'm sorry. Your head was back. You're a unicorn. Yeah, I couldn't see your head. Your head was back. I didn't see the horn. I'm sorry. Because the first Purim was on laundry day when all the normal outfits were being washed. Or because Purim is about disguises and what is hidden below the surface. Yes, it is indeed. And let's rise for the Amidah. Adonai sefatai titaku fi agita hilotecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, v'Elohei Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagidbor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'zoker Hasdei Avot V'imahot, U'mei Vigula, Shem, L'ma'an Shemo B'Ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham V'Ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol Atah Rav LeHoshia, Mechachel Chayim B'Chesed, Mechayeh HaKol B'Rachamim Ravim, so make Noflim U'Rofeh Holim, U'Matir Asurim, U'Mekayem Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Mikamo Kaba'al Gevurot, Umidom Elak, Melech Memir U'Mechayeh, U'Matzmiya Yeshua, Ne'eman Atah Lehayot HaKol, Baruch Atah Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol. You may be seated. Now let's take a quiet moment for a personal reflection or prayer. Shalom Raham Val Yisrael Amcha Tasihim Leolam. Shalom Raham Val Yisrael Amcha Tasihim Leolam. Ki ata hu melech adon lekol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech adon lekol hashalom. Shalom Raham al Yisrael amcha tasihim leolam. Shalom Raham al Yisrael amcha tasihim leolam. Tov b'necha levarech et amcha Yisrael בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב על ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. At this point in our service, we remember those in need of healing. Do we have a weekly list? I'm sorry. It's on here. It's here. This week we think of Alan Arkava, Alyssa Freeman, Jeff Haken, Jonathan Purpose Kern, and Alex Simon. Are there others in need of healing we'd like to mention?
Gary Patterson, and a good friend, Nancy Salzberg.
Gary Halberstam. My brother, Richard Cohn.
Richard Cohn?
Rabbi Ahuba.
Rabbi Yehu?
Doug Lamont.
With these friends and family in our hearts, we sing the Mishi Berach. Mishe Berach Avotenu Mikor HaBracha Limotenu. May the source of strength, who blessed the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishe Berach Imotenu Mikor HaBracha Liavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with Refuah Shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. All right, we're about to get to what might be the main attraction of tonight, the reading of the Megillah. A couple of blessings for the reading of the Megillah. Why don't we say these together? Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al mikra Megillah. Second one is a blessing for the Purim miracles. This might sound familiar to you from another holiday. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim lavotenu bayamim hahem bazman hazeh. And that's thanking a blessing for the miracles performed for our ancestors at this time of year many centuries ago. And so many times of year are we thankful for miracles that happened many centuries ago. So we already talked about Grogger etiquette. Right? So you all know, I'm going to count you down. I might count a little slower. I'll let you really let it out a few times. All right? And that's going to happen every time I say the name Haman. Very good. And that's the way we're going to do it. And so we proceed with the Megillah reading. Vayehi bimei Ahasuerus hu Ahasuerus Hamolech mehedu ve'ad kush sheva ve'asrim umea medina. Now it came to pass in the days of Ahasuerus, this Ahasuerus who reigned from India all the way to Ethiopia, over 120 provinces. And I would now like to ask Jared to come up and read. Yeah, I think that'll work.
Let's try. How about that? All right, great. Thank you. King Ahasuerus threw a big party with lots of drinking. While intoxicated, he demanded that his wife, Queen Vashti, come and dance for him and his guests. She refused to do so and lost her position as queen as a result. Then the king threw a beauty contest to find a new queen from among all the beautiful young virgins of the land. A Jewish man named Mordecai had been raising his young orphaned cousin Esther. She was very beautiful and was brought to the castle to participate in the king's mandatory beauty contest.
Thank you, Jared. Vayehiav Hamelech et Esther michol hanasim vatisa lefanav michol hav tulot vayasem cheter malchut barosa vayamlichat tachat Vashti. And the king loved Esther above all the women, and she obtained grace and favor in his sight more than all the virgins, so that he set the royal crown upon her head and made her queen instead of Vashti. I'd like to ask Lori to come up and read the next section.
Mordecai would come to the castle each day to visit Esther and to check in on her. One day he overheard two men plotting to kill the king. He reported their scheme and effectively saved the king's life. Mordecai's actions were recorded in the royal chronicles. Then a man named Haman was promoted among the king's official to be the prime minister. All the king's subjects were ordered to honor Haman and bow down to him. Everyone did except for Mordecai the Jew.
Vayar Haman Ein Mordecai Korea an mistachaven lo vayimla Haman Chema. And when Haman saw that Mordecai did not bow down to him, Haman was full of wrath. It wasn't enough for Haman to lay hands on Mordecai alone, since he knew now that Mordecai was a Jew. Let's make this a big one. Haman sought to destroy all of Mordecai's people, every single Jew living anywhere in the vast kingdom of Ahasuerus. And now I'd like to ask Margaret to come and read the next section.
Haman convinced. convinced King Ahasuerus that the Jewish people were a menace to society and offered to take care of this problem for the king. Haman drew lots called Purim to pick a date to wipe out the Jews. When Mordecai heard of this evil decree, he told Esther that she must go to the king to try and save the Jews. Esther was afraid because it was forbidden to come before the king without being invited. But Mordecai said, "Who knows? You might have ended up in the palace for the sole purpose of saving your people. If you are silent now, you will perish."
Thank you, Margaret. And now I'd like to ask Beth to come up and read.
So Esther threw 2 dinner parties that the king and Haman attended. In between the 2 parties, the king had a night of insomnia and asked someone to read him the royal chronicles to help him sleep. The reader reminded him of when Mordecai the Jew saved his life, and he realized that he had never done anything to honor Mordecai for his great deed. Mordecai was paraded around in royal garb with Haman having to declare, "Thus shall be done for the man the king wishes to honor." This made Haman furious. At Esther's second dinner party, she told King Ahasuerus that Haman was planning to kill her and all of her people. The king was furious and had Haman executed. Wait, I've lost my place. However, the royal decree that Haman had set in place earlier to have a big pogrom against the Jews on the 13th of Adar was still in effect.
Uh-oh. And now I'd like to ask Lori to come and read the next section.
As a royal decree, it could not be nullified, but a new decree was issued that the Jews were legally permitted to fight back. On the 13th of Adar, the Jews throughout the kingdom defended themselves successfully. Everything turned out to be the opposite of what they had previously thought was going to happen. In an ironic turn of events, the gallows that Haman had built to hang Mordecai were used to execute Haman instead. Mordecai also became the king's prime minister in place of
This is the last one, I think, so make it a big one, make it a big one. Come on, come on. Excellent. Ki Mordecai HaYehudi, Mishneh LaMelech Ahasuerus, V'gadol LeYehudim, V'ratzu L'rov Echav, Doresh Tov, Lano V'dovait Shalom L'chol Zaro. For Mordecai the Jew was second only to the king Ahasuerus, and great among the Jews, and accepted by the multitude of his brethren, seeking the good of his people, and speaking peace to all his seed. Amen. And please rise for Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'tei gedula liotzer breshit, shelo asanu ki goyei aratzon, velo samanu k'mishpachot adama, shelo sam kelchenu kahem, v'gor aleinu ki kol hamanam, v'anachnu korim u'mishtachavim u'modim lifnei melech malkei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu v'ne'emar v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol ha'aretz Bayom hahu yihyeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad. We should have done announcements. Let's do announcements now. I'm going to ask Lisa to come up on behalf of the board with some announcements. You may be seated.
Borrow that from you. Oh, my glasses and my thing are bumping into each other. Shabbat Shalom and Happy Purim, everybody. And how about if we give John Weinberg, or I don't know, who are you, Inspector Gadget, or Mordecai Spade, a big thank you for leading our service tonight. Well done. Okay, so because Rabbi Yehuva is ill, Torah study tomorrow has been canceled. There is religious school and Torah Tots on Sunday at 9. There's a Purim carnival at the JCC on Sunday, starting at noon and going till 3. A week from Sunday, March 31st, no religious school, spring break. And Monday, April 1st, is the Ormy Book Club at 7 p.m. The book is Under Jerusalem, The Buried History of the World's Most Contested City by Andrew Lawler, and that's in person and on Zoom. And then just looking ahead, Saturday, April 6th is the Bat Mitzvah of Ellie Hirsch at 10:30 a.m. I think that's enough. Oh, and also we want to welcome Steve and Sheila and their friends whose name, I'm sorry, I don't know, from the Unitarian Universalist congregation. So welcome. Glad you're here with us. Okay. Oh, Joel.
Yeah, Richmond is proud to host a National Educators Conference. It's a ceramic conference called NCECA. The first letter is N, not EN. National Educators Conference of Ceramic Artists. And I've been to NCECAs before. They're amazing. There are a number of galleries hosting. I think around the city there might be 40 or 50 different galleries hosting different art pieces. I'm a member of ArtSpace, and the show there is extraordinary. The Coliseum has a show, but it's a little expensive. The Convention Center has a show, but it's a little expensive. But everything else is free.
I'll take that back. Thank you, Joel. Thank you, Lisa. And now I'm going to ask you to rise again. I'm going to say the names. Oh, well, yeah, I'm going to say them after we rise. On this Shabbat, we remember the art sites of Dorothy Frankel, grandmother of Linda Heiser, Elaine Halberstadt, mother of Lisa Halberstadt, Jessie Jones, grandmother of Darren Moorhead, Henry Kane, father of David Kane, Louis D. Kessler, father of Kaki Ray, Margaret Hofheimer Lewis, sister-in-law of Ellen Hofheimer, Zelda Kinghoff Nordlinger, mother of Joanne Nordlinger, Joel Prohofsky, nephew of Sheila Preville, Clara Sack, longtime member of Oramy, Miriam Sporn, grandmother of Amy Miller and Marcia Robbins, and Betty Weiner, grandmother of Beth Raniklev. Are there others whose names we wish to remember tonight? Yes. Yes.
Alan Kirshner,
Alan. Remembering these and all loved ones, we join together as a community of support in saying the Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah b'alma divrach yechutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chai hon uvyeme chon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael ba'agalav izman kariv v'imru amen. Yehesh me rabba mivorach leolam olome omaya yit barak v'yit tabak v'yit pa'ar v'yit romam v'yit naseh v'yit hadar v'yit halev v'yit halal shmei de kudesha brichu le'elal min kol birchata v'shirchata tush b'chata v'nechmata damiran bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehesh lama rabba min shemaya v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. We did that. You may be seated. We're going to close tonight with a wicked, wicked man. Now, that wicked, wicked man's name appears in this song a few times. If you can sing and grog at the same time, go for it. Otherwise, just sing. Do you have it? All right. All right. Someone give me. Oh, once there was a wicked man, and Haman was his name, sir. He would have punished all the Jews, though they were not to blame, sir. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. And Nasham Haman Tashen. And Esther was the lovely queen of King Ahasuerus. When Haman said he'd hurt us all, oh my, how he did scare us. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. And Nasham Haman Tashen. Esther had a cousin, and his name was Mordecai. He asked her, "Can you help us, please?" She said, "Of course, I'll try." Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. And Nasham Haman Tashen. When Esther, speaking to the king of Haman's plot to mention, "Aha," said he, "oh no he won't, I'll spoil his bad intention." Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. And Nasham Haman Tashen. In spite of Haman's awful plan and big scare he gave us, Esther was so brave and strong, she knew just how to save us. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. And Nasham Haman Tashen. So Haman got his just deserts, and the Jews had won the day. Brave Esther we will ne'er forget. in honor, let's all say, oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. Oh, today will Mary, Mary be. En naszym Hamintashen. Thank you, Shabbat Shalom. Happy Purim. Thank you, Patricia, for playing. And please join us in the back for Kiddush and Motzi. And you don't have services you have to put back over there. So one step saved.